G'day everybody, my name's Alan Carrington. I'm a learning designer. I'm retired now, but I've worked in higher education in learning and teaching for close to 20 years, and my job has always been how to help the teachers do things better and do things easier and get better outcomes for the students and learners. When I saw the possibilities of the Stream Deck and what it could do in my live streaming in my eCam, I went ahead and bought it. All right, actually, thanks to some generosity of people, I was able to as well. But then I began to see the absolute diversity of what this thing could do and the abilities it had outside eCam are quite staggering and more than justify the expense alone. But the one that really started getting me thinking was this ability to interact and manage smart devices. I have to reach out all over the place, turning things on and off when I'm want to begin to live stream. Besides it hurting my shoulders, etc., that's my problem. But I thought, hang on, do you think I could manage all this from this amazing little box on my desk? And so I did some more research, and sure enough, it can. First of all, you've got to buy a smart device, be it a power board or be it sockets, and these things will have the Wi-Fi capability to talk to apps according to the brand, and each brand has its own app. The most popular is Smart Life, and this Smart Life thing can then turn things on and off and do various other controls based on what sort of device is on it. But then there's another step to it. Then it has to speak to a website called IFTTT. If that, then this. So IFTTT website is the interaction or interface or the connection between the smart device and Stream Deck. So there's step one, buy the gadget. Step two, pair it with its app. Step three, configure the IFTTT website and then have that speak to the Stream Deck. Now this is not sounds complicated, but it's certainly not rocket science. I'm telling you. But as I did this research, I discovered there's a big change is coming. The Smart Life app is going to drop the IFTTT connection, and people are complaining about that. But there's some very smart dudes out there who have already come up with a workaround, and one of those workarounds involves an Australian company. So I was really interested. But this is the challenge. Now, if you put Tuya, that's the people who make Smart Life, and IFTTT in to Google, this is what you see up here. Okay, you will see these three videos come up. Now, the guy on the left, or the first two on the left, is the first one, or the middle one says ruined. The second one, the one on the left, says update. And what that one taught me was that a Australian electrical company called Brilliant Electrical, has got some amazing equipment, I might add, devices to make an intelligent home full of stuff. Their app is compliant with IFTTT, and it's going to be for indefinitely. And so what that video will tell you is that if you, no matter if you have a Smart Life device, but providing you can repair it to the Brilliant app, everything will work with IFTT. So let me start to talk about this. That's the Australian company of which the website of the Australian company, and it its app there is that little yellow one there on the phone, and I personally was in a position or needed a power board, and so that was the one I bought there. But there you'll see that there's a lot of different brands around of that thing. Look the same, different casing or different branded, and so you've got to make sure it's got that works with IFTTT is part of it. But you can, once you do that sort of research, you can then go ahead and download the app. I downloaded the Brilliant Smart app on my phone, and through a pairing system where like any pairing system, you turn on the power board and press the button down, and the app and the power board start to talk to each other, and that's the end result. You see there on the left hand screenshot is recognized my smart power strip, and when you click on that strip, it opens the next window which identifies all the sockets. Now, the extra blessing, so to speak, is the 4 USB ports, and I've got them permanently on, of course. And the others, you identify or name them according to conventions that you want. So I've got mine as lights, mixer, mini, and camera. And I've identified those 4 sockets by that name. And so after you do that, the next step is to go to the IFTTT website. There it is there. That QR code will take your phone there, and you can capture the URL if you wish. And that says everything works better together. Ain't that the truth? And so you have to sign up there in the top right-hand corner. You've got a sign-up system. Once you do that, which is basically your email and your password, you'll be taken to this particular page. And you skip it. Okay, skip the getting started instructions, and it brings you to this page. Now, this page is that you're going to create your first trigger or your first action. And so when you click that thing, you get to a page that looks like this. And that says, if this, then that. Now, I'm about to take you to the screen, to share my screen with you, and I will then show you how you create the first one. Okay, we're now on the IFTTT website, and we're going to create a new action or a new trigger. And we said, if this happens, and what we're looking for here is called webhooks. And when you get webhooks, you can click on that, and it says receive a web request. And that's what we wanted to do, is that when the webhook actually is the way the IFTT site speaks to the power board, and now we need to have it set up and connect it to the power board. So we're going to create a trigger, and the event name is going to be, for the exercise, light test on. Okay, and we're going to create a trigger. So here we got it now, is if the webhook, then what? So we click onto that, and now we're looking for brilliant. So we have brilliant, and there it is, and we can then say, right, we want a brilliant, and this gives us the options that we can do. We can turn it on, and we can turn it off, and all sorts of other things, but for smart boards, and all I'm interested in is turning it on. So I click on turn it on, and it's loading. It says which device or group, and when you see it's already recognized from the Brilliant database that my device is the smart power strip, and I'm going to address the lights. Okay, so I'm going to create an action. And there is the action. The actions, the webhook and Brilliant connected to IFTT, etc. If the maker event lights tests on, then the light, or it turns on lights. Okay, and so we press finish. We should have turned that notification off, but it doesn't matter for the test. So if we go then to the home page, this is our own personal home. You're logged in. You see the applets that I've created, and this is the one here, this test one. Okay, so I've now have that event as test on, And so I'm going to move on now to the next. Now we've actually got to find the web settings of it, and so I'll just take you through that. We've got to go. We press. I'll take you back. You press up the top Explore, and then when you get that, and you type into the search engine webhooks and services, the right tab, and you'll get webhooks. You click on the webhooks, and it creates that. But the test one is there, which I just created. It wasn't on there when I did the slide. But up the top, you'll see the settings of webhooks, and you click on that. Okay, now this is the Webhooks Settings page, and it has the individual details on it, which you need for your setting up your Stream Deck. The important part is the web URL, of course, there, but it's the actual the hook that the key which follows the word use forward slash. It's the long alphanumeric part of the URL after the word use forward slash. You need to take note of that, copy paste it somewhere, or have that page ready to do that when you need it. For now, we're going to set up our Stream Deck. Now, when you get to Stream Deck, you need to actually install the IFTT plugin. You get that off the More Actions page. I actually went through and said, "Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that's interesting." I'm still learning what I can do with this thing, and it's amazing. But install your IFTTT plugin, and then what will happen then when you've done that, you will have an IFTTT button choice down the right hand column. You grab hold of that and you drag it up onto your Stream Deck, and it creates an IFTTT default button, and it has those settings down below. So let's have a quick look at that, because that's really important how you configure that. Now that's what it looks like. And you've got three pieces of information to put in there. The first one, you should title it, and it's a descriptive action, so it's lights on, lights off, camera on, camera off. That's easy. But then you have to copy that maker key. That was the word I was looking for. The maker key from the webhook setting on the IFTTT website. That's the URL part from hell after the word use forward slash. Paste it in there in number 2. Then the event name, that is also very important. That comes from the website as well. So that's that thing there in the applet page. If maker event camera on, that's the event name, and that has to be the same on the button. So that's where you put that 2 bits of information. Again, number 1, the title is descriptive of whatever you like, but it's 2 and 3 that are key to make the thing link or hook or connect everything. Okay, so after you've done that, and you've got that information and that information in place, you can create these things. Now in the lower one is my studio folder, and that has my Elgato lights from all that profile, but it also has down the bottom, across the bottom there, my smart device buttons. Camera on, camera off, mini on, mini off, lights on, lights off, and there's 2 in each of these. The camera's also got a on-camera monitor in a double adapter, and there's 2 lots of lights. So I've got 6 items running off that 4 power board, but none of them have heavy draw. And the mixer's there, ready, waiting for my Rodecaster. All right, guys, that's it. It all works. I'll show you how it works. I can get up, go into my studio, and these are this is not the Elgato lights. These are just my lights. The lights go off. The lights go on. Okay, that's how it works. I hope it was helpful. If it, I think it's incredibly valuable. It's particularly valuable when you're trying to do things and you have to stop and start your transmissions and so on. And it really does make things so much easier. Ask me any more questions you've got, any hints. If you want me to do something again because it wasn't clear, let me know, and go out there and make a difference. Thank you.